the Pirate Theater Monthly Daily Show. Without further ado, here's time!
To the premiere episode of the Pirate Theater Monthly Daily Show. Thank you so much. First, I'm going to introduce our band tonight. Their name is Egeria. They sometimes go by the Steamboat Springs African Drum Ensemble, and tonight they are sponsored by Drum Camp. So for the next several months, if you want to find out details about the next show, simply go to yourpirate.com and you can find out who the special guests are, the band, and the things we're going to be doing. And speaking of Pirate Theater, our next big multimedia extravaganza show, called The End of the Boat as We Know It, will be taking place at the Steamboat Grand on November 21st through the 23rd. So you can put that in your calendars now.
Oh yeah!
Alright, so now I'm going to introduce our first bit, something we call the Pirate News. Now the Pirate News this month is sponsored by All That Jazz. All That Jazz is Steamboat's source for music, concerts, concert tickets, clothing, novelty items, and much more. And with that, I'm going to turn things over to our Chief Foreign Affairs Correspondent, Mr. Grant Versick.
Thank you, Todd. I'm here with Craig resident Craig Crumble, who made headlines recently when he tried to propose a slew of new laws into the Craig Municipal Code. Craig from Craig, can you tell us about your proposals?
Damn skippy I can, young man. Now you likely heard about our extremely popular and never made fun of proposal to acquire all Craig households to own and brandish firearms at all possible times. Yeah. Protecting our Second Amendment rights.
I have heard about that, and it's amendment.
No, man. It's amendment.
Try it with me.
No, it's amendment, dummy. Amendment.
Exactly.
Listen, but we're all just scratching the surface of laws we can whip up to make Craig more American.
Such as?
We just wrote a new law requiring all Craig citizens to smoke, dip, or chew tobacco, as well as carry a Bible around at all times.
It's America! Amen. Great America!
Well, this leads to two obvious questions. Seriously? And are you guys really
Listen, man, we're as mentally solid as Craig gets. And let's not forget that tobacco and Bibles were core beliefs of our founding fathers.
That's not true at all.
Good.
No.
Great America!
Now, who is that there with you? A modern-day Thomas Jefferson?
No, man, that's my brother-in-law, Dipslitz. He is the legal mind and chief stenographer of our lawmaking processes. And there's more. He is also modeling the inventions that we will co-market with our new laws. First, you see the spit dangler. It is a fashionable yet practical way to keep your dip spit catching device handy, in case you can't swallow your juice like I do. Yeah, that's good. Or if you can't spit on the floors, like at some of them fancy steamboat restaurants, like Sweetwater Grill or the Tap House.
Tasty!
But aren't you concerned about the negative images surrounding tobacco use? Cancer, losing parts of your throat?
There's an app for that.
Heart disease, destroying your teeth and gums.
No, man. That stuff's all as American as apple pie and prom queens, buddy. Besides, you know if that stuff is bad for our teeth, we'll just go straight to those miracle workers over at McCrack Progressive Dentistry.
What makes you smile?
Now, do you have another invention for us?
Absolutely. Yeah. See, we got a little bag, slips on your belt, holds your mandatory Bible. I called it the Bi-Bolster. See, I first called it a bolster, but then somebody told me that that's an actual word already, right? So I changed it.
Bi-Bolster.
Now, dipshits, how long have you been chewing tobacco over there?
All my life like any good American.
Really? How's that working out for you?
Man, not so good. It's only been the last couple of weeks since we started practicing this bit.
How's your tummy?
Tummy's okay. I ruined a couple shirts. We get this over with quick though, and I might not hurl on you guys like I did in rehearsal.
All right, fair enough.
It was good, man.
Broadcast over. I'm Grant Bursick live from...
Craig America.
My name is Fawn, and I'm the executive chef at Sweetwater. We change our menu seasonally, and we try to cater to the things that are available to us in Colorado. What's going to be the most fresh when I get it, and what's just available in the Rocky Mountains.
And with that, I'll turn it over to our chief sports and leisure correspondent, Casey Lane. Casey?
Thank you, Todd. I'm here with a true Steamboat Springs legend, the recently retired, 3-time medalist, and world champion, Johnny Splaine. Congratulations on your recent retirement, and thank you for joining us on our show.
Yeah. I don't see what the big deal is and why everyone keeps congratulating me for deciding to do nothing with the rest of my life but hang out in my bathrobe and drink PBR, but I'll take it. And don't kid yourself, I'm only on the show for the free alcohol.
Second place, bro! You got it!
3 times.
So, most people think that you're retiring because you would like to move on from competitive racing and that you want to spend your time doing more fulfilling chapters in your life. But that's not true, is it?
Not at all. Sure, I said all the right things about wanting to spend more time with my family, give back to the community, blah, blah, blah. But the truth is, I wanted to be like every other big-time retired athlete. And that's completely ruined this goody two-shoes image that's been hanging around my neck like a lead anvil all these years.
So you're Breaking Bad.
Absolutely.
Tell me about your boyish good looks. I bet that makes it hard to break it bad.
Do you have any idea how hard it is to be perfect all the damn time? The incessant smiling, brilliant team leadership, boyish good looks could drive a man to drink. And from this point out, I'm just getting more George Thorogood. Bad to the bone.
That is exciting. So, tell me a little bit more. To make yourself more vigorously and excitingly, you have hired a negative publicist, and she's with you today.
That's right, this is Muddy Thoughters, and she's handling all of my affairs now. And I mean all of my affairs, right, Tiger? Lindsay, call me.
Of course, Johnny. Or should I say Johnny Rotten? I have handled some of the biggest names in sports and entertainment after their retirement and very quickly have ruined huge amounts of their public goodwill. Some of my clients include Mel Gibson, Lawrence Taylor, O.J. Simpson, and my current show dog, Lance Armstrong.
That is quite the list. Can you tell us a little bit about what you have in store as far as negative PR for Mr. Splaine?
Well, I suggested some of the usual techniques, like hookers, drugs, sex tapes.
Why not?
But Johnny felt that these had been a little overdone lately, and he wanted something that better fit his style.
Yes,
Second place! That's right.
that is very understandable.
So, based on his involvement with 3 men and an Olympian casino group, we thought that gambling vices would make a perfect fit for Johnny.
Crapping! All right, I'm not crapping. Still working on the terminology. But I've been throwing dice, and with Muddy's help, she's taught me how to grow cocktail waitresses, never tip a dealer, and blow through tens of thousands of dollars in endorsement money in a single hand of blackjack. It's hard work. It's not easy.
You are making such good progress, Johnny. So then it's just the basics, like not paying your taxes, defrauding a charity or 2, and bam! Operation Golden No More is a success. Johnny will never have to worry about his
what the hell are you guys?
Again.
You are supposed to be in the waiting room, man. Like our interview doesn't start for a few more minutes. There was supposed to be some.
Come on, you asked me to come down here to do this interview. I can hear every single thing you're saying from up there. To be honest with you, it's not funny, it's not cool, and you guys really weren't that funny.
You got it all wrong. You got this whole thing wrong. See, we were doing this thing, and and one thing led to another, and then. Grant! What? Grant! What? Listen, you need to apologize right now to Mr. Splaine for this crude and destructive hit job on his perfect awesomeness. Right now, apologize.
Todd, you wrote this thing.
That's not important. Grant, seriously, can you just please apologize to Mr. Splaine right now? We've got a situation here.
Don't break character!
Apologize. Don't let it happen again. Give me my medals back.
Alright, we're good. Now, Grant, Johnny, Grant, and that's Patty. See, that's Casey.
Hey, nice to meet you.
And ladies and gentlemen of the audience, I'd like to introduce you to the real Johnny Now, this special guest interview tonight is sponsored by McCrite Progressive Dentistry. McCrite Progressive Dentistry is an office where the genuine care and comfort of the clients is their highest mission and concern. Now, I'm here with Johnny Splaine, a local Steamboat Springs legend, a Nordic Combined World Champion, and a 3-time Olympic medalist. Thanks for being here, Johnny. So we'll start here. Yep. So you were born and raised in Steamboat Springs, went to Lowell Whiteman, the whole bit, right?
I was one of the lucky few, I think.
An actual, true local. You can actually say locals rule.
I can.
Nice. Now, how old were you when you started skiing, and when exactly did you get into Nordic Combined skiing?
I was probably 2 years old when I started skiing. Two.
Remember well, do you?
I don't remember. I was pretty young. But yeah, I didn't get into Nordic Combined until I was probably 8 or 9, and then really fully committed to it when I was probably like 12 or 13.
Like a girl.
Okay, so now, were you like at about 8 or 9 already crushing those other little peewee racers?
I actually wasn't very good. I was probably like 15 or 16, and then I grew a little bit and figured some things out on the jump hill, and then started to go better.
So tell that to your children. They don't have to start
You
off.
don't have to be good when you're young. You just have to try really hard.
You gotta try really hard. That's. Now, at what point though were you going along and did you realize, wow, I've got a shot at being a professional skier and maybe, just maybe, an Olympian?
Well, I was probably like 15 or 16 and started to ski fairly well and kind of figure some things out a little bit, because jumping's like golf. It's one of those things where it's going really well and you love it, or it's going really bad and you just want to throw your skis and smash them to pieces. And I had a lot of those days when I wanted to smash them to pieces when I was younger, but I kind of figured it out as we went along.
How many skis did you go through?
A lot.
Good to be sponsored, right?
I was younger though.
So self-sponsored at that point, right?
Mom and
As
dad.
parents,
Sponsored by mom
yeah,
and dad.
exactly. So since we recently brought up the Olympics, the Pirate Theater team came up with some Olympic-themed questions that we felt were really important to ask. Is Lindsey Vonn hot? Yes. Right? We all want to know that.
I mean, not as hot as my wife.
Right answer. Now, to make things even more awkward for you with your wife present, we had heard several rumors on the internets that the Olympic Village is a combination between like a frat party and a Roman orgy house, with all these highly in-shape people having lots of sex with each other. Now, is that true? I know not you. I'm talking about other Olympians.
There's Olympians who go to the Olympics with aspirations of winning medals.
Yes.
And for those 2 or 3 weeks, that is the only thing you care about. Now there's other folks who might not have the same aspirations, who might enjoy the Olympic Village more than the rest of us.
The Jamaican curling team.
I was trying to win every single time.
He's got the medals to show for it, so we know he was working hard.
Norwegian.
Now, okay, so a little more family friendly. You've got 2 young daughters of your own, Hadley and Genevieve.
Yep.
Is that correct? Now, they obviously can't watch the show until they're 18, and they're very young right now. But when they're old enough, what would you like to tell them? A little piece of advice.
I'd like to tell them to play golf or tennis.
And
If they want to ski, they can.
yes, and I'm guessing that's more for your benefit, really.
Yeah. Somebody's got to pay the bills.
All right, we're gonna jump to the speed round. Now, if Billy Kid can have a statue, what about a Johnny Splaine statue? Got him
We can put up a little cup right here on the stage. Everybody can put in a couple bucks. Foil statue. We'll just wrap around Billy's.
All right, thank you, Russ. So, okay, real fast. What life skill does flying off a ski jump teach you? Because we couldn't think of one.
Still working on it.
Yeah.
We'll figure out something.
All right. So listen, you recently gave a commencement speech at Steamboat Springs High School. Is that correct? Mm-hmm. Now, was that something you've always dreamt of doing, or was it something that you got talked into doing, like I talked into doing this?
That was an easier decision to do that than it was to do this.
I'm going to take that as unpersuasive. Okay, so now that you do big-time speaking engagements such as these, should we expect to see you at a nearby bar mitzvah, a rich kid's sweet 16th birthday, perhaps an opening of a Cracker Barrel down the street?
As long as they paid me as much as you paid me tonight,
All right, last question for Johnny Splaine. Johnny, did you have fun at all tonight?
I did have fun. Thanks for having me.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Johnny Splaine.
Well, I think one of the things that really makes us unique is our outdoor fire pit. it feels good, and it creates this environment where everyone feels a part of something. And you turn to people, you meet more people, you socialize more.
Again, a city where the fire pits is right on the river. We get it going year round as soon as the sun goes down. You know, it's a year-round event.
Oh, shit. Where's the fire?
Oh, hi, Todd.
Kid, you've only been on the team for a month. It's Mr. Ludwig. And really, what's the rush?
Oh, it's the Olympics. I'm trying to win a gold medal.
Sneak and snark and sneak and nuke and norsk and norsk and norsk and... Gold medal! Ja, spreche die Deutschen heißen beiden Igen. Oh, the little Hans wants a metro. So cute.
Liebig Wiener Schnitzel. You too, Ludafisk. Don't pay any attention to them kids. They're just trying to rattle you.
But isn't that world champion Nordy Nordensen Sin and Olympic gold medalist Heinz Weidrey?
But don't let them rattle you. They're just trying to intimidate you.
Do you think I'm as good as them?
No. But really, kids, you do need to take it easy. Hey, Billy, Demong, how far are we into this race?
We just passed kilometer 56 out of 234. Kid, you really do have to pace yourself. These Euros will ski over your frozen corpse, you race out like that. The important thing is to be ahead at the end, not in the middle.
That's right. Do you remember watching us on TV when you were growing up?
Well, yeah, but only in the Olympics. You were never on TV other than that. Never.
Exactly. And did the network show us lollygagging along through the middle of the race?
No.
And they never will. If you go blasting off in the middle, burn out, and come in 74th. No, your sponsors will drop you so fast, the next thing you know, you'll be selling real estate. To the rich and
Sneak and snook and knock and snock and Scooby Dooby Doo. Sponsors! Sponsors!
Second egg, Morty. You can't all come from the one place that actually gives a crap about this sport. The rest of us have to suck up to our sponsors, and ours are ready to bolt ever since Splaine retired.
No Johnny, no Golden Boy. The rest of you aren't that good looking.
Johnny's not that good looking. Bite me, Heinz. You ever seen his jump face? It's ridiculous.
Okay, so for those of you listening in on the radio, yeah, the face, he looked like a little ferret having the orgasm.
I think he's still here.
What? Donnie's still here. Hey, listen, doesn't he have anything better to do than this? 9, retired, just say high school graduation and these crap.
Hey guys, what am I supposed to do?
Oh, relax, take it easy. Shoot the breeze with the Euro trash. Hey, Heinz, did you find out who Lindsay spent the night with last night?
Yeah, me! And then I sent her over to the Finnish hockey team. Lots of pucking. Pucking.
Oh, naughty! That's sex too naughty, so hot. I love it.
Sounds good. Okay, I'm with you. Yeah, okay, after race. Yeah.
What was that?
Euro groupie.
They have groupies for Nordic Combined?
Only in Scandinavia.
Listen, kid, I've been at this a really, really long time. After 17 Olympics, I have found that unless you win a medal, no one back home gives a damn. Ever.
Oh, say boo, say boo. Poor little Ludwig. Suck it up, old man.
Sneaky, snacky, snooky, sneaky, sneaky, sneakies, huh? No medals for you today!
What are you talking about, Norty? We're hanging right there with you.
Team race!
Crap! Where is that? Where is Splaine's last minute fill-in he stuck us with?
You mean Billy Kid? He's dead last. That guy skis about as fast as his statue these days.
Why do we keep doing this to ourselves?
I have no idea, man. You want to bag this race and go grab some beers with those curling chicks from Austria? They invited me back to their place in the village.
Oh, yeah? They were totally hopped for curlers. I think I feel a retirement coming on.
Sweet, but when I retire, promise to shoot me if I ever do pirate theater.
Deal. Whew. See you, kid. Enjoy starving yourself for that carrot in the sky.
Auf Wiedersehen, old Americans! And don't worry, we'll look after your little boy. I think I'll eat his camel balls for my breakfast.
Camel balls? What are those?
Camel balls. Now this next segment is the sponsor interview. Sponsorship will be obvious, so I don't have to explain that. Now, if you would like to be a future sponsor interview, or any kind of sponsor, simply email thepirate@yourpirate.com.
Welcome to Casey's Ponderings. I am here today with Mike Smith from XL Gymnastics. So, tell us, Mike, why did you start your business?
Well, there were three reasons, really. The first was the gym and steamboat that used to be here was going out of business, and I wanted to keep it going because my kids were involved in it. That's actually two of them. And the third one is because not everybody wants to be Johnny Splaine. So Johnny, keep bringing Hadley and Genevieve by. We enjoy seeing them.
Do you think Johnny's kids will end up being Olympic gymnasts?
Oh, heck yeah. If they don't take up tennis or golf.
Looks like they got a future. What do you teach? What kind of programs are at XL Gymnastics?
We have several different types of gymnastics. We do recreational gymnastics. We do preschool gymnastics. We get kids started as young as 12 months old, just playing parent-child classes, and then through preschool. All the way up through our competitive junior Olympic program teams, both girls and boys teams. We also do cheerleading. We have an elite cheer team, all-star cheer team. We have parkour classes.
So here's a good question. Why did you name your business after a Microsoft spreadsheet program? Seems odd. Was PowerPoint already taken?
I think, well, PowerPoint might have already been taken, but actually, it's because we have big egos. And if you take Excel Gymnastics of Steamboat's first letters, that's why we have big egos. And if you want to call us or check our website, just punch in 879-Big Egos. No, just egos.com.
Thank you for joining us here on Casey's Ponderings, and thank you, Mike Smith from XL Gymnastics.
Thank you, Casey.